How's it going, folks? We are back. Apologies for the wait. We were just waiting for another winners semi set to finish up so we could do winners finals here. Had some developments while that was happening. We had a Castle and Anality both advancing to winners finals here. GMT now has glasses, so that's new.
I can see!
Right,
praise the Lord! And here we are then. It's Anality, it's Castle, it's Kazuha, it's Pyra. This is going to be brutal. Both have such incredible punish games. And these players especially very, very good. Kazuha now with the combo off stage. We'll get back with the Demon Wings. Looking for the F smash, a little bit off the mark though.
Yeah, this is like Kazuha you were talking about a little bit earlier on too. And every time you see something hit from this character, you're on the edge of your seat waiting for something to happen. But so far, It hasn't quite popped off, and Castle's really holding this ledge situation down in a terrifying way.
And I feel that they've got to, but here's the thing. Anality we saw win the previous Lagspike, and they did so in dominant fashion. And it's because they just needed one or two hits, and that was going to be the stock gone. And yeah, dangerous hit. Did get back, but Wind God Fist, and bye-bye. You are out of here.
That move combos into just about anything you want the combo into if it hits. And opting for the up B there to take the stock. And there's that grab to set off another combo as well. Trying to link in the laser as part of that sequence as well. Did not quite pan out. Gonna have to deal with this ledge situation one more time here, but looking to navigate it a little bit easier than last time.
Yeah. As we are pretty even now. One errant hitbox there from the Kazuha and gets punished for it. Now trying to get back on stage. Good evasion, but the Pyra hitting so hard. That's a kill at 112 off the top.
Yeah, and on that down air that is, maybe not the the fastest startup move, but relatively safe if it does happen to hit shield or whip, and not pretty quick for a move that kills at that percentage off the top.
Let's see though, I still don't worry about Anality in situations like this, as the Kazuha can absolutely make this comeback happen quicker than you could ever predict.
Yeah, Kazuha is one of those characters where you're never really ahead regardless of what the percentage or stocks are at. You are only ahead if you are ahead on data. If you have a better understanding of their movement than they do yours, you're ahead. But if you're not, you can still lose the match. Castle, though, staying one step ahead throughout, keeping those two stocks to win game one with Pyra.
Yeah, really nice. Really nice there. Solid. I feel the Kazuha, as opposed to last week, didn't get quite as much done off of those openings. But still, well, great play from Castle. Using their slightly better mobility, using their increased range. Just playing that one very, very well indeed. But as I say, one stock down, one game down, the Kazuha can turn this so quickly. And, this is a real test of your mental fortitude, your wherewithal, because you're playing against such a punishing character. You've now got to keep up this dominance if you're the Pyra player.
Yeah, you cannot slip for even a moment here, especially against a player like Anality. Very, very consistently in our top 3 or even top 2, and as you mentioned, even managed to win last week's. Anality always somehow manages to win on the weeks that I'm not commentating. Like I must be the curse at this point.
Yeah, I think you are, and that's a real shame. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, hey, I was going to sign up for commentary regardless here. Maybe that curse can be broken tonight. We'll have to see. Anality taking a quick stock there, setting up the Electric Wind God Fist into that up smash. Only 30% taken, too. Relatively healthy, but again, this doesn't matter. In this matchup, in the slightest, stocks can go away for any reason at any time, regardless of the percentages.
Fantastic stuff from Castle there, and could be looking to do it again. Kazuha gets back this time. There's the grab. EVGF into the net. Still chasing, but side B out of the Pyra. And this is about as even can be right now.
Yeah, Castle fading back almost exclusively in that disadvantaged state to just try to put as much ground between them and Anality as possible, and then getting that side B out to break momentum when possible. And it's been working very well so far in this matchup. It is giving Anality trouble in finishing off some of these combo strings and hitting these harder hitting combos and earlier kill setups.
Up close and oh dear, we were talking about that move earlier. It can sting.
Yeah, and you saw Anality recognize that they'd whiffed that move there, wasn't quite prepared for the follow-up, opted for a roll, and that's what got caught by the Providence Revolt. I think that stock just maybe committing to the defensive option after the whiff a little too hastily. But Analyty's still closing distance, trying to get in. Castle trying to make that not happen. Just seen a lot of that side B come out, the jabs just to send Anality back. Wait, they armored right through the laser, trying to finish things off here. Anality wants this stock, but not able to quite find the crucial snipe.
And now playing from range again, Anality just needs one more hit, and then we should have an even game. But no, Castle says otherwise.
Wow, that laser is going to kill this time. One more shot at the snipe, and Anality says, let me set that up again. I can hit it on, I can hit it round 2. And absolutely does to confirm that stock. And the side B here has been a problem for Anality for much of the set, but Anality's been timing a lot of these armor Kazuya moves really well, and is really trying to rack up damage with those extended platform combos.
All right. Very, very close now. I feel like the next hit could finish it, and it does. Once again, from the ledge, just about catches Anality out there, and it's a 2-0 now for Castle.
Yeah, a very, very slight mistiming from Anality there. Tried to get up attack to push Pyra away and was just a little bit too early. Still got caught by the very last hitbox of that Flame Nova there. But looking a lot closer than game 1 was, and we see this a lot, where Anality takes a little time to figure out what needs to be done in the matchup. But even if they get that data, that crucial mix-up they need, when they're 2 games down, when they're on, their set is on the line, they're still able to pull that reverse sweep. Castle though has been playing solid all night, and also is generally again one of our top 3 in many of our brackets. So definitely has the potential here to just cap this off as a 3-0 set.
Could well be the case. We are about to get into it. We are seeing a change of character for Anality. They're going to be going for the Terry Beauregard. I like it.
Yeah, a little bit faster than Kazuya, has some gap closer options, some projectile options that hit the ground and can't be ducked under, and combos that are a little bit less execution heavy, but still hit pretty hard.
Yeah, I feel like Kazuya is really at the extreme end of what the fighting game characters are like in Ultimate. In that, the archetype is very hard hitting, very hard to execute, and Kazuya is all the way on the extreme end. And then Terry, a little bit more reasonable, slightly less punishing if you're not quite on top of things, but still very formidable. Up close, it's Castle getting the better end of things at the moment, though. Dare as well, knocking Anality away, but he's right back in there.
Yeah, and Anality now trying to apply platform pressure here, trying to get as much shield damage up as possible. Not able to win that exchange, but does get Go online in a relatively healthy spot there. Once that 100% is racked up for Terry, gets access to those larger moves like the Buster Wolf there that can be comboed into and can take stocks super quick. Also do a ton of damage, so Castle doesn't shut this stock down and even things up quick. This could really start to snowball. Castle managing to do that though, keeping a solid juggle situation going and eating the stocks back up 2-2.
And it's going to be crucial to keep this one close. If you're 2-0 down, it's so easy to feel defeated at some point in the third game. We've got to see Anality hold on to the chances they do have. A range now at the edge. Castle picking their moment carefully, and the timing's absolutely superb.
Yeah, and Castle switching to the Mythra there for a little bit. We saw the Foresight bail them out of a tough situation as well, using it to rack up a little damage, win that neutral, and switching into the Pyra. But as soon as the Pyra comes out, Anality is starting to find more of these big hits and more of these combo setups. That damage is starting to rack up.
Off stage once again. I feel like Castle should be going down soon, and ooh, here could well be the combo. Shield game is there. Yeah, this is frustrating right now for Anality, I'm sure, as it feels like they're so tantalizingly close to the stock, but they're just not getting it. The good news, though, is that Castle's not getting any damage in return either. Until they do.
There was so much pressure coming out from Anality, but not a lot of shield damage that actually stuck. We're looking for an opportunity where Castle would get jittery, drop the shield a little too early, and open themselves up for a power dunk. But ultimately, Castle keeping it together mentally, keeping that shield up, and winning that exchange momentarily. But Anality's still coming out on top in the end, finding that stock, and is now playing the zoning game. Does not want to have to approach here, saying to Castle, hey, you're playing a much slower character that struggles to get in. You're going to do the legwork, and I'm going to sit here and punish you.
And there we have it. This character switch has changed everything. 2 stocks to the good there. And we have a series on our hands.
Yeah, and there's something about these fighting game characters, I don't know why, but it seems to be a hard rule that if you came from a fighting game in Smash Brothers, you have some kind of volleyball spike that just sends at a disgusting diagonal angle and can kill someone in the same manner a regular spike does, but from over the stage.
Yeah, it is a wild thing. They've got these tools in their kit, and they're so strong. And as we said, you know, you can't let these characters get in. They're going to punish you so hard. You give them an inch, they'll absolutely take that mile, and Anality did it there. On the board now, 2-1. Still 1 game away from that loser's bracket, but equally they're 1 game away from tying us up and going to that much coveted game 5.
Yeah, and something that I want to point out here too with the matchup, which we're going to be seeing again as well. Terry has some unique advantages here versus Kazuya in this particular matchup, and one of the big ones is Kazuya does not jump over that Pyra side B with a regular jump. They have to double jump to make it over. Now, Terry doesn't quite cover over it either, I don't think, but that power dunk lets them get that extra height and actually punish the end lag of the move if they can call it out, which gives them an option to break through that wall that we've seen Castle pull back and resort to a few times throughout the set.
Okay, can they keep it up? Seeing a different stage for the first time in a little while, it feels like. As we will see the zoning now up close. Pyra off the mark, and there's the counter attack.
And I promise that forward smash, had it connected, would have killed. That Pyra forward smash has some ridiculous knockback on it. But Anality teching out of the way. And now this platform is providing some interesting problems here for both players. Anality going way off to take that last hit, eat that jump, and not allow Castle to cover. But this platform is posing a unique problem because when Castle is under it, Anality cannot use that power dunk like we just talked about to punish that on a call out or on reaction because they'll get caught by the platform. But on the other hand, when Castle's stuck on the edge of the stage, Anality can just hang out up there. It's already over where that side B is going to come out.
Yeah, so far so good. Any value here is so huge for Anality. Any value on this stock, and they might take another. They absolutely could.
Oh, just a little bit of platform there preventing that power dunk from landing with the go motor still online. Power geyser this time. Such a powerful anti-air and covering even the safe, relatively safe aerials at a distance that Castle was putting out. Not safe enough in the face of that power dunk, or power geyser.
And it felt like Anality finally was going to lose their stock, but they're back on the stage, and they're back potentially with another combo. Okay, not quite off. To the races we go. Those side B's in. Is it the stop? Not on your Nelly. Anality is back on stage. No, grabbed at the side and thrown away. Still though, 70% on 1 stock. This feels desperate for Castle.
Wow, I think that was actually a jab kill there on the ledge. Was what took that stock there, which that's a strong jab finisher to be able to kill.
Speaking of,
but hey, you know, power dunk may as well be Terry's jab 3, and that kills on the ledge as well. Anality evening the set back up. We are now 2-2. This game is going to decide who goes to grand finals on the winner's side and who's going to have to fight it back through losers finals.
Yeah, it's feeling like it's all Anality right now, though. Ever since the switch to Terry, they've looked so comfortable. And I wonder, do we see maybe a Mythra? Or are we going to see a completely different character altogether? We are going to be sticking to our guns. The Pyra and the Mythra going up against the Terry here for the final time here in winner's bracket at the very least. Anality has all the momentum, but we know that Castle can take games.
Yeah, we see Castle actually does switch to the Mythra right off the beginning there. And finding a couple of stray hits in here, not finding some of those larger combo sequences, but as long as you can continue to harass Anality and most importantly, get him off stage, that's what you're looking for in this matchup, and that seems to be Castle's strategy here for Game 5.
We'll have to see if it pays off. So far, though, Anality up to their old tricks and getting huge amounts of damage done and always threatening the stock, as we're saying, especially at the ledge. These dunks, quite powerful indeed. So, Castle will have an opportunity, an edge guard, and another.
Wow, Anality using the very limited aerial mobility, just the drift, not any of the abilities, just the drift to stay out of the way of those Pyra swings. And at least stay alive, but gonna need to do a little better than that, take the stock. Castle instead taking the stock back with the get up catch Flame Nova.
That would have been disheartening to lose the advantage that you've had for the first time in such a long time, but no, Castle's absolutely still in this, 33% already. And this is looking like the way they want to start Game 5, absolutely.
Yeah, and Castle really playing the Mythra out here too, playing a strong keep away game there and not giving Anality a whole lot of openings, but one opening is all it took to slide in with an up smash, and Anality is now evened stocks up, and now Castle's going to have to play a little bit more proactively. I just don't know how Anality consistently gets in like this when there's all these huge cone hitboxes, all these huge sword swipes to navigate around. And Anality's only working with hands and feet and the occasional projectile.
Yeah, it is impressive. Now, at the edge once again, but Terry's back, and the tension. You could cut it with a knife in this series right now. In Game 5, and they are just both going at it. Holding shield. Castle now on the top platform, spamming a couple of dares out. Terry wants none of it.
Rolling in to find that, just opting for the jab 3, sending Castle out to the ledge. Looking for a bigger punish, but Castle is staying very slippery here, looking for those down airs to try to set up that kill combo.
Oh, not enough. Couple of percent more, I think, and that would have been curtains.
Yeah, and now this is your nightmare. This is what you did not want to see happen if you're Castle. Terry is back on the stage, go moves, and we've seen how precise Anality can be with those huge, hard-hitting moves.
Now playing at the edge, just goading Castle in. Anything that Anality can get here is so important. As this value that they're getting right now, absolutely huge and disheartening. Castle almost picks up the stock though.
Anality getting aggressive with that to try to go off stage with that buster, and ultimately gave up that little bit of stage presence, had to recover back from the ledge that led to losing the stock there in the long run. But still, 54% is well within range of closing this game out here. If you can get out of the way of this Mythra, but that combo damage is rack it up quick.
It really is, but I was gonna say Anality might have gone for something there. We've seen their keenness to go off stage at this point, but now having to weather the firestorm and switch once again. Castle trying to keep Anality on his toes.
Swatting the power dunk out of the way that time, looking for the spike and up smash, but it's not going to connect. Anality still alive, still trying to apply pressure. No punish on the Flame Nova either. Both players playing it safe, not trying to overcommit to these punishes in case they do miss.
Yeah, absolutely. And I dare say we're seeing some nerves as well right now, because I don't think either is playing their best Smash.
No, when you know that any stray touch at this point could
There it
be
is.
the end of your game, you start to lose track of what's going on. You start to make some little mistakes, and right there, just jumping up and trying to stuff out that power dunk a little too late is going to be that fatal mistake for Castle. Anality going to take this set 3-2 to advance to the winner's side of Grand Finals.
The reverse sweep, heartbreaking, really. I mean, 2-0.